Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Happy Halloween. My name is Jesse, this is the auditorium. Do you ever just get excited for a request every now and then? Because I don't think you guys understand how many people have requested Equilibrium from Final Fantasy XIV. I've been doing Final Fantasy XIV for a little bit now, and I get a lot of requests, but Equilibrium is like up there. And you can all thank Mr. or Mrs. 86 Chickens on Patreon, great name, for requesting this to make it go to the top of the list. So Equilibrium. I've been nothing but impressed by Final Fantasy XIV. If you don't know, I've never played it. I have no experience with FF14 as far as just these reactions with let's just get to it. Sophia's theme, Equilibrium. That instrument in the back. I'm guessing this is a phase of a boss battle. If so, which phase is it? She looks really cool. Really cool. Whoa. This is haunting. Big tribal drums. Always welcome. This isn't Susan Calloway, is it? No, I don't think it is. This woman is more throaty. She looks like a very tough opponent, I'm not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Shifting settings. Oh, I love that vocal effect. I'll explain how they do that. I actually know. Better remember that. I love that background chime, those chimes. But the combination of... that scared me. The combination of violin and tribal drums is... I don't think I've ever heard of that before. This is hauntingly tranquil. The bass is so subtle, but effective. You can hear it right here in this section. Piano is beautiful. Hitting the chords. This is the chorus section. Very catchy. Oh, repeat. Key change? I think it changed. Get a little bridge happening. If anyone was curious when you hear the term bridge, I mean, it should be kind of self-explanatory, but if you don't know, a bridge is literally what it sounds like. It's from like the main part of the song and then this in-between part that connects into the next part of the song, which usually is the first part of the song. By the way, shout out Hungry Chad for these videos, man. You're MVP. Letting the whole thing play. Sweet. A daughter's desperate cries, unheard pleas. Wow. I'm surprised, you know, I'm surprised that one got requested a lot, not because it wasn't good or anything, but because most of the like big requests have been like kind of like more heavy metal based, because I think people think I'm just like a metalhead, which I am, but I definitely listen to everything. But that was, I think people are now starting to grasp that I listen to everything finally. So now they're showing me stuff that's like, he'll like this because how broad he is, which is true. I loved that. That was different. You know, there was a lot of firsts for me, which is hard to say. Tribal drums with angelic voices, with violins. You don't hear that ever. That's one of those like, what genre is this? And the answer is just, yeah, yes, yes. So in one specific part of the song where the vocals I mentioned, I'll see if I can do like a demo of it, and I'll just like cut off and I'll try it right now. Hold on. Let's see if this works. So this is the effect that she achieved where it sounds like you're kind of over the phone, and it sounds something like this, and it's used a lot in some like, well, it's not really used often anymore, but this is kind of a really cool sound, and I wish more people used it. So that effect, I don't know like what the proper term is, but it's kind of like, you know, the over the phone effect, and that's done by post-processing, obviously. It's if you don't know what an EQ is, right? EQ stands for equalizer. It's how you mix songs, right? Just imagine a graph, and you got a straight line, which is the signal of the song, and then over here is your bass frequencies, your mids, right? And then your treble, your low, mid, high. So to achieve that effect, all you have to do is just cut out all the mids, or sorry, all the bass. So take that out, and then take out all the high out, and all you have is just a middle frequency, and that's how you get that. So a little bit of a nerd music producer term there, but it's easy to understand if you just picture it that way. But anyways, you heard that mostly like in the 2000s. You don't really hear it too much anymore, but I still like doing it. I've used it in a couple of my songs. I've used it. I like it. Yeah, Equilibrium. That was crazy. So Sophia, I guess, I don't know if that was a different phase. By the way, I would just like to mention for future reference, it's probably too late now, but I do get a lot of comments. I'm not complaining about this, but I get a lot of comments where people are like, you should really listen to phase 1, 2, 3 to understand the context. Okay, I get it, right? I totally understand. But what you have to understand from my point of view is that my whole thing is deciphering the music. I prefer almost not having context. I like just kind of going into it with a raw mentality and fresh ears. I can understand the impact of like how this leads to the next one or to prior. I get it. But at the same time, it's not necessary whatsoever, because that shows you how strong the power of the music is on its own. Do you feel me? Like, I don't need the other ones. Not saying it's a bad thing. Don't come at me. It's just I'm appreciating the music as a musician fan, not a Final Fantasy fan. Does that make sense? So submit whatever you want when you request stuff. It doesn't have to be, whatever. Or don't get upset if someone sends a phase out of order. I just had to mention that. So I love all the music regardless. So far, I haven't got a bad one. I'll let you know when I get a bad one, but so far, so good. Anyways, thanks for all the requests. If you would like to do the same, you can do so on Patreon, or I should start mentioning my PayPal more. You could just do a one-time donation if you don't want to subscribe. That's totally okay. Not necessary. It's just a guaranteed way for me to check out your song. And also I have shirts, which are not new, but now I have viewers, so I guess I could advertise them now. It's slide into the DMs. That's me sliding into a bunch of D minor chords. DM, yes, it's a dad joke, but it's my dad joke, and I'm very proud of it. So check those out. And until next time, dudes and dudettes, Equilibrium was fantastic. I loved it. Lived up to the hype, thankfully. See you next time.